Hello everybody. So, first things first, I absolutely hate doing this. Okay, I hate it. I've never asked anyone for money, minus my brother for short-term loan here and there. And just this whole thing does not sit well with me. But I'm doing it for a purpose. I've set myself up as sole beneficiary, and I vow 100% of this is going to be donated, and I can even post a donation, right, to this foundation that we set up that doesn't have its exemption yet because it was set up in the wake of something called the Celsius Network, which is a digital asset lending custodial platform. You probably don't know about this because it's so niche, right? But it's this thing where a bunch of hundreds of thousands of Americans and hundreds of thousands of people across the world were putting all their money into because, like me, they may have been, let's say, defaulted on by traditional finance by trying to destroy them because maybe you said something that they didn't want to hear, or you were associated with someone that they didn't like because it hurt their feelings. You know how it goes, right? And also, we were trying to set up a decentralized media apparatus in Web3 because we know that the media is lying to us constantly, and it was just time to call them out, and it's a way to do so where it's uncancelable. Well, TradFi conspired with Web2, conspired with the mainstream media, in effect. I mean, I guess it depends what you consider mainstream media, but the people who were reporting on it, and they knocked us all out except for moi. So still standing and have no intent to be walking away. I'm right here. Long story short, we've been working, my team, diligently, unpaid volunteers, full-time since this company, alleged, I'm going to say, for legal purposes, malfeasance, gross neglect, and potentially alleged embezzlement, had put all these people's money at risk. They became insolvent, filed for Chapter 11, and now they're likely going to sell off everything for pennies on the dollar to some predatory bidder. And my foundation has been working tirelessly to do two things. One, to expose the criminality to the extent that there is a depositor's first outcome, meaning that people can get their stuff back in a reasonable term, reasonable time, and a percentage of it, as well as trying to reinvigorate or to ensure that such things doesn't happen again, right? Because this is an emergent space and there's bad actors, and when bad things happen, people need to call them out. So why 1495? Because it's a non-taxable event, because I simply don't have the money for that. We need to coach people on how to deal with capital gains that they're unable to pay back because all their money is locked away and the state's still going to expect it back. So that's one thing. And then there's so many other areas we're submitting what we believe to be legal standing proof of all this malfeasance and criminality. But we're not going to do anything unless we know it's going to help the depositors. Anyway, your contribution today would be so appreciated. I am a true riches to rags story, and we'll be back to riches soon, but not through your money, through our efforts and through us servicing need over time. I love the struggle, so don't worry about me, but do know this, that we're collecting damage reports from people around the country and around the world, and it's been just a nightmare. We're to the point where I just don't read them anymore, and we had to purge some because we couldn't validate it, right? And it's just like, it was the worst. So there's an event that's happening. You probably never heard of it. You can look it up if you want to, but just know that we're a bunch of people that are working around the clock to make sure that this tragedy is as least tragic as humanly possible. So your contribution, 100% of it's going to go there. Basic operation costs, operational overhead costs, right? Just IT stuff, and legal and paid adverts to get this message out. Because guys, we have like 3 weeks, and then they start selling off people's assets. We want to mitigate suffering, and anyway, yeah, you'll be contributing to the cause. And so anyway, I so appreciate it if you do. Only do it if you can afford it, and if you can, please share this across your socials. And for everyone who does, comment below something kind of cool or whatever. So thank you so much for watching this video, and drop a comment, maybe share it, and I will keep you updated as much as that's what you want. If you don't want it, then this is the last video you'll see. But I hope to see you around, and I hope that you consider this a cause worth contributing to if you have the money. So thank you very much. Mike Benz, signing out.